Well, good evening. Welcome to Live from GJ's house on this strange day. But I'm not going to mention that. I'm going to start off with a song, an old gospel song that lends itself to the dulcet tones of the banjo. Because this week I'm just going to be playing songs on the banjo, some of them that you may not be used to on the banjo, but we'll see. This one is called The Wayfaring Stranger. And by the way, if you could put a comment on and tell me whether the banjo's coming through okay or whether it's too strong, because it'll be picked up by the microphone and by the input. I am just a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world below. There's no sickness, no toil or danger in this bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my father and all my loved ones who have gone. I'm just going over to Jordan. I'm just going home. I'm going there to see my father and all my loved ones who have gone. I'm just going over to Jordan. I'm just going home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is hard and steep, but beauteous fields rise around me, where God redeems those vigils keep. I'm going there to meet my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come there. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going home. I am just a wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world below. There's no sickness, no toil or danger in this bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my father and all my loved ones who have passed on. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going home. I'm just going home. The Wayfaring Stranger there. Wonderful song. The back's not doing too well today. I've been insulating my loft, ready for the big bills of winter that shall be on the way, whether they've capped it or not. But that's another story. Inroad. This next one is a song. It's all about the devil's weed and what can happen when you partake in the devil's weed. This is called Cliche Ride. Tell you what, let's put a pick on. We'll pick it as well with a thumb pick. Roll up to the bazaar. You don't have to travel too far. Roll up and roll your mind. You can join the deaf, the dumb and the blind. Grass ain't green on the other side, and the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, that grass ain't greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Roll up, you hippie cats. Carbo cockroach rizzler rats. First one's free, no charge on the door. You can pay me when you need some more. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, that grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Well, habits can be formed, even if you're warm, and the need to get high means you play with fire. Gonna get burned. Roll up in the rain and snow. It's a premium grade, it's a real homegrown. Well, come on down, there's a circus in town. You can play the fool, 'cause everybody's a clown. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Roll up, I just don't care. Sometimes life just ain't fair. Just can't seem to get out of bed. And sometimes feel I'll be better off dead. Well, the grass ain't greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. No, that grass ain't greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Habits can be formed, even if you're warm, and the need to get high means you play with fire. You're gonna get burned. No more roll-ups and no more drink. I've had 40 years of time to think. 25 years is just a blur. But I decided I deserve much more. No, the grass ain't greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. No, the grass ain't greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. You know, habits can be formed, even if you're warm, and the need to get high means you play with fire. You're gonna get burned. Said you're gonna get burned. Said you're gonna get burned. Yes, you're gonna get burned. Cliche ride there. I'm gonna pull this out of my ear because this keeps clicking on this side. I think I need a new pair of in-ear monitors. The thing is, it's great because you can hear yourself when you're playing, but I'm not sure it's coming through at all on this side. Maybe they broke. I'll leave them out and just chance it. It's only for self-monitoring, which is important when you're trying to get on key. When you're singing, you see a lot of folk singers, they stick a finger in their ear, and what it does is it gives you your inner voice. It means that you can get onto the key faster, more efficiently. That's why a lot of musicians wear inner ears. And also, if you're in a band, and I've been in quite a few bands, and you've got the drummer behind you knocking 7 bells out the skins, and you've got the bass coming through, and you've got the guitar coming through, and you're at the front singing, and you're trying to get on key, and you can't hear yourself think. That's why in-ear monitors are such a good idea. But there's still a lot of people that they get used to working without them and never bother. But them are the ones that usually turn out deaf. Right, so let's see. I'm just going to go on here now, and I'm going to go there and there, and I better remember to oh, it's alright, it's off. Let's see. Sounding good, Trevor. Hello, Trevor, how are you doing? Hey, is that right? You used to breed budgies? I'll have to have a chat with you. Used to breed budgies? I'll have to have a chat. Graham Buckley, how you doing, pal? Balance is okay. Great stuff, great. Ricky Lee, Graham Buckley are watching with you. Trevor Haig, right? Okay, so we've got a few in. Obviously, with what's happened, it's probably going to be a quiet night because these things happen, don't they? But that said, I've got a good announcement to make this week. I'm going to play this song, and then I'm going to run through a couple of adverts and shout outs. This is another song which is sort of a anti Devil's Dandruff song, this one. This is a Billy Strings song called Dust in the Baggie. Now, if you've never heard of Billy Strings, go on YouTube and check him out. He's an absolutely awesome bluegrass guitar player. He really is. He's something else. Been playing since he was a kid, and he's just rapid. He's just fantastic player. Plays a lot of really fast runs and that kind of thing, as you expect in bluegrass. He's been up on stage with them all, and including Tommy Emmanuel. And to be honest, if you look for Billy Strings and Tommy Emmanuel, he gives Tommy a run for his money. He really does. But check him out. He's a brilliant player. I've become a big fan of his, and so this is called Dust in the Baggie. So we'll see how we go with this one. Slept in 7 days, haven't eaten a thing in 3. That meth has got a damn good hold on me. Well, my tweaker friends have got me to the point of no return. I took my lighter to the bulb and watched it burn. This life of sin has got me in, Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call now to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years, some dust in the baggie. This life of sin has got me in, and Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call now to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years, some dust in the baggie. Well, if I listen to what my mom and papa said, I won't be stuck in prison, troubled in my head. Lord, I took that little pop and suck until my mind was spun. Now I've 20 years to think about the things that I have done. This life of sin has got me in, and Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call now to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years, some dust in the baggie. Sometimes I sit and wonder where my life went wrong. The jailhouse blues has got me singing this old song. Well, my life is a disaster and I feel so ashamed. I'm in prison where they call me by the number, not the name. This life of sin has got me in, and Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call now to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years with some dust in the baggie. This life of sin has got me in, and Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call now to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years, some dust in the baggie. I got 20 long years for some dust in the baggie. Said I got 20 long years, some dust in the baggie. The devil's dandruff, people, just say no. Right, another swig, I think. Wet the old whistle. That's better. Right, now, before we go any further, first of all, a shout out to those who bought me CD last week. Thank you very much indeed. It's in the post. It should be hitting your doorstep any day. And of course, with the CD, if you message me on Messenger, I send a free DVD to come with it free of charge. And don't forget, folks, it's all 10 tracks on this CD, Songs on the Back Foot, my first CD, and they're all my own compositions, and it's 7 of your English pounds free post. So I send it free of charge, and all you got to do is order it through me by simply messaging me on Facebook Messenger and just say, hey GJ, can I have a CD? And I say, yeah, here's a link to PayPal to pay, and send us your name and address, and I'll bang it in a post, and old post will get it to you. Simple as that. Pretty easy, really. So I'd also like to announce that on the 12th of November I'll be doing a solo one-man show acoustic gig at the Globe in Glossop, and that's Saturday the 12th of November. The doors start at 8 o'clock, and you can just roll up on the door, and it's 5 of your English pounds for the ticket, and you can pay by cash or by card. I've got a card machine, so the missus will be stood there taking the money, and you can also buy some CDs. They'll be for sale as well. But I'll be doing a full couple of hour show. It'll be 8 o'clock, and it should be some fun, because I'm going to be airing some new songs that I've wrote, and I'll be playing some old classic songs, and some stories as well. I've got a few stories to tell, and a few jokes to crack, a bit of jocularity, as they say. And so I'm glad to be back at the Globe again. It's been a few years. I think it was 17, 18, something like that. I think 18 was the last time I had a gig at the Globe. And so I've got my arse into gear and started pushing for gigs again. Finally, I keep saying I will, but I never do. It's the same old thing. But you gotta push yourself in order to get gigs. They never come knocking at your door. It's a popular fallacy that people come knocking and saying, please play. That's not the way it works in the music game. You've got to push all the way up the slippery slope. That's how it is. Unless, of course, you've been signed to a record label, in which case you're just in debt then, so you can't win either way. But that's the trials of a troubadour, as they say. Anyway, this one, this is a bit of a mashup. I like doing this because I love the look on people's faces, because like you will, you hear the intro and you think, oh, it's that one, and then it turns out to be this one. So we'll see how we go on. Anyway, so see what you think. Ever since I was a young boy, well, I played that silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, you know that I must have played them all. But I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. Well, that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, well, he sure plays a mean pinball. Told ya. Well, he stands just like a statue, becomes part of the machine. He's feeling all the bumpers and he's always playing clean. He plays by intuition, them digit counters fall. Well, that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, well, he sure plays a mean pinball. Well, he's a pinball wizard, and there has to be a twist. Pinball wizard, he has such a supple wrist. Well, how do you think that he does it? I don't know. Well, what makes him so good? Well, that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, well, he sure plays a mean pinball. Well, he ain't got no distractions, can't hear no buzzers and bells. Don't see lots of flashing cars, he plays by sense of smell. Always gets a replay, I've never seen him fall. Well, that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, well, he sure plays a mean pinball. He's a pinball wizard, and there has to be a twist. He's a pinball wizard, he's got such a supple wrist. Well, how do you think that he does it? I don't know. Well, what makes him so good? Well, that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, well, he sure plays a mean pinball. Yeah, that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, well, he sure plays a mean pinball. I said that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, well, he sure plays a mean pin. The Folsom Pinball Mashup. I think that's what I'll call it. Right, okay. I think I've got a speck of dust in my throat there. Halfway through. I've been eating dust and fluff all bloody afternoon with this insulation, but we've got to do everything we can to avoid the big bills. I told the missus she's going to have to put 2 jumpers on, because that bloody heating's not coming on, I'll tell you that. The great Merle Travis. Some people say a man is made out of mud. People made out of muscle and blood and skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. Why do you get another day older and deeper in debt? St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. Picked up a shovel and I went down the mine. Loaded 16 tons of the number 9 coal. Boss man said, well, bless my soul. You load 16 tons. Why do you get another day older and deeper in debt? St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Well, I walk every morning when the drizzle and rain. Fighting and trouble is my middle name. I was raised in the cane by an old mama line. No woman gonna make me walk that line. You load 16 tons. Why do you get another day older and deeper in debt? St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Well, if you hear me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't and a lot of men died. One fist of iron and the other of steel. The right one don't kid you and the left one will. You load 16 tons. Why do you get another day older and deeper in debt? St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. Cause I owe my soul to the company store. You load 16 tons. Why do you get another day older and deeper in debt? St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. Cause I owe my soul to the company store. I said I owe my soul to the company store. I said, oh, my soul to the company store. There you go. That's 16 tons, of course, by the great Merle Travis. And I only found out the other day, I was quite upset actually, because I was quite a big fan of a fella called Tom Bresh. And I don't know if anybody out there doesn't know Tom Bresh. YouTube him. You'll soon find Tom Bresh, THOMBRESH, Bresh. Tom Bresh was actually basically, no other way of saying it, the bastard son of Merle Travis. And he was just as good, if not better, at playing Merle Travis's songs than he was. He really, and he taught himself. Apparently, he said that when he asked Merle for, because he grew up in California, where Merle moved from Kentucky to, and when he asked Merle for any advice, you know, how to play the songs and do the Travis picking and that kind of thing, he said, look son, you're just gonna have to do what I did. You know, you listen to the records, you transpose it, you work out what the key is, which string is being plucked, and you just have to work your way through. That's the best way of doing it. And it's nowadays we've got Ultimate Guitar, and we can just pump into Google the name of the song and chords, and up it pops, and then you work through it and you stick it on your tablet or your laptop or whatever, and you work through it. That's the way it's done now. But back in the day they had to transpose, which was hard work, because you'd wear records out, you'd literally wear them out, going round and round and round trying to get the picking patterns right. But sadly Tom Bresh died in May, and he was a prolific player, thumb picker, great thumper, but also a very entertaining guy, because what he'd do is he'd tell all these stories, and some of them were just fantastic. And I've got quite a few of Merle Travis's songs in my sort of repertoire, but I've got about 400 songs, so you have to rotate them, otherwise you just forget them. You just go, especially with my brain, they just bloody disappear. But I'll be playing a few, and there's one that I enjoy playing called My Fat Gal. Now, it's not politically correct, but then again, most of the stuff I play isn't. It's hokum. What do you know? Anyway, so let's move on then. So we'll go for this one. This is called Sitting on Top of the World. Was in the spring, one summer day, my baby left me, she just went away. But now she's gone, and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. She called me up from down in El Paso, said, Daddy, can I come back because I miss you so? But now she's gone, and I don't worry, I'm sitting on top of the world. If you don't like my peaches, don't you shake my tree. Get off of the orchard and leave my peaches be. But now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Don't you come running back holding out your hand. I'm gonna get me a woman like you got a man. Well, now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Well, now she's gone, 'cause I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Sitting on top of the world there. Right, okay, I think, we're getting down there. Oh, that's it. Right, okay, so one more swig. Okay, so don't forget, I'll be reminding you every week, all the way up to November the 12th of the Glossop gig. And don't forget, if you want a DVD, just send me a message and away you go. And don't forget, every Thursday, come up May, whatever happens, I'll be here Thursday 8 o'clock to sing a few songs and tell a few stories and hopefully brighten up your day. Anyway, so this is a song by a young lady by the name of Adele. And a mate of mine, Jason Johnson, this is his favourite. He loves me playing this. So this one's for you, Jason. Right, okay. Settle down and that you met somebody and you're happier now. I heard that your dreams came true. You met somebody, gave you things couldn't give to you. Oh friend, why are you so shy? You know it's not like you to hide away from the light. And I hate to turn up a little blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away and I could not fight it. I hope you see my face, you realize it for me. It ain't over. Never mind, I'll find somebody like you. And I wish me nothing but the best for you. Don't you forget me, 'cause I beg, and I remember those words that you said. Now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah, I said now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah. You know how the time flies, only yesterday was the time of our lives. Born and raised in a summer haze, we're born by the surprise of those glory days. And I hate to turn up into the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away and I could not fight it. I hope you see my face, you realize for me it ain't over. Never mind, I'll find somebody like you, you. And I wish me nothing but the best for you, you. Well, don't you forget me, I beg. I remember those words that you said. Now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah, I said now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah. Nothing compares, no worries or cares, regrets and mistakes, our memories are made. Who would have known how bittersweet this could taste? Never mind, I'll find somebody like you, you. And I wish me nothing but the best for you, you. Don't you forget me, I beg. I remember those words that you said. Now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah, I said now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah, I said now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah, I said now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah, alright now sometimes you know it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah. Okay, that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, every Thursday, 8 o'clock, be there or be square. Take it easy now.